Welcome to the Midweek message. We're taking some lessons from the book of 1 John, and I'm reading from 1 John chapter 2, verses 18 through 21. And this is from the English Standard Version of the Bible. 1 John 2:18. Children, it is the last hour, and as you have heard that Antichrist is coming, so now many Antichrists have come. Therefore, we know that it is the last hour. They went out from us, but they were not of us. For if they had been of us, they would have continued with us. But they went out that it might become plain that they are not all of us. But you have been anointed by the Holy One, and you have all knowledge. I write to you, not because you do not know the truth, but because you know it, and because no lie is of the truth. We're going to look at these verses individually. 1 John 2:18. Children, it is the last hour, and as you have heard that Antichrist is coming, so now many Antichrists have come. Therefore we know that it is the last hour. John tells his readers that the world is in its final stages. It is the last hour. It has been since Jesus went back to heaven. All my life I've been hearing people talk about the last days. More so in the past than at current, even though it's a common thread of conversation and Bible study today. But the last period of life on this earth has been in effect since Jesus went back to heaven. And John said, children, it's the last hour. You've heard that Antichrist is coming. Now many Antichrists have come. Therefore we know it's the last hour. Many times when we hear the word Antichrist, we think about one personage during the last time of life on this earth, or we single out certain individuals over history. John said there are many Antichrists. Many Antichrists. I don't think it can be argued that we live in a world that is against God. There are many Antichrists. And that's one of the hallmarks of the last hour. Therefore, that's why we know it's the last time period on this earth. And verse 19, speaking about some people that had been a part of the church. They went out from us, but they were not of us. For if they had been of us, they would have continued with us. But they went out that it might become plain that they are all not of us, or all are not of us. Some people have left the faith. Some people have left the church. The church is not synonymous with the faith, but the church and the faith are integrally connected. And the Bible knows nothing of faith apart from the church or involvement in God's unit on this earth. There are a lot of people today that say, well, I'm spiritual, but I'm not religious. And they think that sounds wise and smart and makes them a different level of belief. But it's really not in line with biblical Christianity. And he may be talking about some that are even Antichrist, but he's talking about also people that have left the fellowship of the church. They went out from us. Now, they were not of us in the first place. They were imposters, John says. Because if they had been of us, they would have continued with us. King James says they would have doubtless continued with us. Somebody's consistency and stability and dependability says a lot about them and their level of commitment. In the church today, we have a lot of people, they're just not committed. They're part of the church, but they're not really part of the church. They're sort of part of the church. They went out from us, and that it might become plain that they all are not of us. And so now it's plain who is a part of the church, who is even a part of true belief, who's a really genuine Christian. And this may have to do with the Antichrist as well. And verse 20, but you have been anointed by the Holy One, and you have all knowledge. John says, but that's not you. You're not those that go back on the faith. You're not those that withdraw from Christ. You're not those that withdraw from the church. There's a difference between people that claim to be religious and claim to be Christians and are the genuine articles. In verse 21, John's been talking about why he's writing this missive anyway. He says, I write to you not because you do not know the truth, but because you know it, and because no lie is of the truth. I'm writing because you do know the truth. I don't have to convince you of these things. You know them to be true. That's the reason I'm writing. And no lie is of the truth. So I'm writing to real believers to confirm your faith and to give you strength in a time of desperation, in a time when many are turning away from the truth. I'm writing to you because you know it, and because no one who's a liar is a part of the truth. You have been anointed by the Holy One, and you have knowledge. And so I'm writing to you that we are in the last time. And one of the reasons we know this is because there are many that are turning away from God and are against God and his ends on this earth.